just got back home and my daughter handed me this letter. And guess what was inside? Gift vouchers with 1,000 yen. They said it's because of high cost of rising food prices, cost of living and all that.
Guys, Japanese people are just the best in the world. Look at that boss behind.
I don't want to leave. So I just spent about 5 minutes crying about leaving Japan, and
I came to Tokyo for 2 weeks because I really wanted to see if I wanted to move here, and I leave tomorrow.
何かが起きた。簡単には説明できない何かが、一つの瞬間でも、一つの場所でも、一つの食事でも、一本の電車でもない。ただ、何かが、そしてその種の変化は、起きている間は感じない。家に帰った時に、初めて感じる。置いてきた生活に戻った時に、周りの人たちを見た時に、旅立った自分と帰ってきた自分が、もう同じじゃないと気づいた時に、そして、その新しい自分は、どこにもうまく収まらない。自分が来た国にも、日本にも、これは、その話だ。いつも、好奇心から始まる。東京に2週間来た人がいた。ただ確かめるために、感じてみるために、ここに住みたいかもしれない。住みたくないかもしれない。どちらにしても、ただの旅行だった。
I came to Tokyo for 2 weeks because I really wanted to see if I wanted to move here, and I leave tomorrow. I'm so sad to go back. I miss, of course, my friends, I miss my clients, I miss my animal, my family, but I am going to miss the sounds of Tokyo so much. The fashion, the food, the people. I had a feeling that I was going to love being here, and I can fully see myself living here. I've always been someone who's very independent, and I'm pretty okay with just like starting over and doing new things. So I feel like if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. So we'll see. I'm also so happy that I did Japanese lessons leading up to this trip, and then when I get back, I'm certainly going to continue that.
別の人は最後の1週間を過ごしていた。日本のどこかに立って、周りを見渡しながら、もう帰りたくないと分かっていた。この街が何かを残していった。まだ言葉にできない何かを。
So I'm traveling Japan right now, and it's my last week here. And I'm wondering, how can someone just, I don't know, forget this whole city? I do not want to go back to the UK at all. But this city, I've actually left such a great impression on me. Like, this is the most beautiful place ever. Like, it's literally got everything you want to do. Like, any activity, any shopping idea, any idea, literally anything. Such an unreal city.
でも、そのすべての前に、涙の前に、気づきの前に、アイデンティティの危機の前に、ただの興奮があった。文句を言う準備をして日本に来た人がいた。問題を見つける準備をして、でも全部が安すぎた。みんなが優しすぎた。食べ物が良すぎた。まずい食事を一度も経験できなかった。
So our trip to Japan was kind of horrible, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. First, we came ready to blow money, and we were not able to do that. Everything was so cheap and affordable. Michelin star ramen, $8. Street food, $2. Don't even get me started with the shopping and the thrifting. Second, everybody was so nice and respectful. It was so overwhelming how helpful everybody was. We couldn't even stand in the train station looking slightly confused without somebody trying to help. And third, the food was way too good. I had an existential crisis every night debating on what to eat. My family and I got in arguments over it every single time. It was so hard to choose between sushi, ramen, curry, everything. I didn't have one bad meal. So if you're into overpriced things, social anxiety, and disappointing food, I don't recommend Japan.
観光客として来た。でも、出て行くときはすでに何か別のものになっていた。それが何なのか、まだわからないまま。日本は、静かに人を変える。大きな声でアナウンスしない。証明書を渡したりしない。ただ静かに、一貫して、物事の別のあり方を見せる。そして、待つ。車が一台も来ない交差点で立っていた人がいた。裏路地、誰も見ていない。でも周りの人たちは、ただ、待っていた。しなければならないからじゃない。ここではそういう人たちだから。
Living in Japan has truly tested me and forced me to become so much more patient than I was back in the US. People in Japan will stand at a crosswalk and wait, even if there's 0 cars coming. Street is a back alley, everything's completely empty, and they still wait for the crosswalk. That would not happen in the US. Another one that really got me was getting off a crowded train in like Tokyo. Everyone gets off and they just automatically form a line for the escalator. No pushing, no running, no cutting in front of people, a straight orderly line. I actually vividly remember that being like one of the first like, whoa, this would never happen in the US. Like, are people actually respecting this line culture right now? And yes, line culture is a thing, and you do not skip and you do not cut. It might sound obvious, but living here teaches you that your time is not more important than everybody else's. Hi, okay, gozaimasu. Chotto matte kudasai. Daijoubu desu. Ginger milk latte onegaishimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Japan service is just the best. They always bow to you when they hand you the drink. Trying a new Japan drink today. This is the hot yuzu honey tea latte, and this drink was 590 yen, which is about $3.70. So cheers.
ペースの話をした人がいた。日本が自分を止めてくれたという話を、ただスローダウンするんじゃなく、10年後の計画を一度置いて、今自分は何を経験しているのかと問えるようになったという話を。
Honestly, moving to Japan, it changed the way that I think about the pace of my life. It helped me take a step back. When I was young, I had everything planned out. I was that kind of person who knew what she was going to be doing 10 years from now and would be wondering why you weren't doing the same. And have that younger me to thank for being such a go-getter, for putting herself out there, and for achieving all the things that she did. I'm really, really proud of her. But it wasn't sustainable. I was so competitive with myself, and I just really wasn't enjoying the time of life that I was in. I was never really physically there. And so I think moving to Japan really helped me take a step back, like literally stop and smell the roses, and also just remind myself that no race, you know, like everyone's on their own journey, everyone's on their own pace and timeline. And I think moving here when I did, opening myself up to different experiences, meeting new people, and making myself uncomfortable in, you know, reasonable ways, helped me realize that sometimes you really just got to stop and enjoy your life. There's lots of difficulties about living in Japan. I have not shied away from those conversations at all, but I will say, if you are somebody who is thinking about changing the way that they think about their life, or maybe like take a step back, you know, moving abroad and all those things is definitely a way you can do that. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it definitely helped me get there. Anyway, hope you all have a great day.
気づきについて話した人がいた。イギリスで電車に乗り、後ろの席から誰かのスマホの音楽が流れてきた時のこと、客車の中の12人のことを、その人は考えていなかった。日本が何かを書き換えていた。
How do you think Japan's changed you?
I think I'm more wary of how what I do affects other people in public. When I went back to the UK, I was sitting on the train going from Heathrow Airport into London, and there was just someone, a seat behind me with their phone, just playing really loud music, really annoying, terrible music, blasting out for everyone in the carriage. And I just thought, bloody hell, get me back on the plane to Japan where this doesn't ever happen. I want some peace and quiet. I'm bloody tired. I've been flying for 12 hours. People just don't care as much in the UK, right, about how their actions affect the people around them. And I like that in Japan. I do think that's good. I thank people for their hard work as well. It's quite a big thing in Japan, right? Being a lot more mindful about thanking people. And so I do that a lot more. Whenever someone helps me, I'm more grateful, and I vocalize that in a way that I didn't used to do. Japan has made me a better person.
そしてそれは小さな場所に現れた。学校の送り迎えで気づけば頭を下げていた自分。何も考えずに部屋の中央と外洋の靴を分けるようになっていた自分。
Now I literally look like a bobblehead because I will walk by everybody and I'm just... It's been a minute since I've gone and gotten my Family Mart coffee and yapped in my car. I've been hit with the island allergies, with the flu, with broken teeth, getting sick again. Finally getting back to normal. So we're gonna sit in my car and enjoy coffee, and I'm going to talk about the things that I have changed in my life since moving to Japan. One of the first things I had to get used to was bowing my head instead of tilting it up. I was always used to saying good morning or hello or just like nodding my head up. During school drop-off in the morning, you're walking by a lot of other parents and then teachers and assistants, and you're saying good morning. You're just walking by everybody and doing the quick polite bow, so your head is literally like this. And I catch myself doing it to everybody, so I'll be on base, and the moment I make eye contact with anybody, I typically bow my head a little bit. It's funny how second nature it's become to bow my head, because when I first got here, I was always actively reminding myself to do that instead of tilting it up. I don't even know why I got into the habit of doing that, because I'm almost positive that's like the F-boy like head tilt. The next one might seem like common sense, so I'm probably outing myself a little bit, but I now officially have my indoor shoes and my outdoor shoes. Definitely developed some kind of paranoia about the shoes inside because of living here. It's become so normal for us that when we walk inside, my boys will take their shoes off immediately and they can point out which are my indoor and outdoor shoes. If they ever catch me lacking, they will literally point at my feet and be like, "Those aren't your indoor shoes." On top of having indoor shoes for our apartment, I also have a shoe bag and indoor shoes for when we go to my son's school because you aren't allowed to wear shoes inside. So for any school events, you can't wear your shoes. So a lot of people will bring their shoe bag and indoor shoes. That is obviously something I've never done in the US. So having a shoe bag was really different. And now it's normal to me. No shoes in the house. We have our shoe bags and then I scrub our shoes way more than I would have back home. Here I have a whole process and our shoes are always super shiny. I cleaned these shoes last week. They're a year old and you wouldn't even know. There's so many things that have changed since living here, so I'm gonna make this a series, so come back for part 2.
コーヒーショップを出るとき、店主が意図した通りに椅子を戻すようになっていた自分。大きなことじゃない。
I have long held the philosophy that you should try to leave people better than you found them. I say that about dating all the time, but it also applies to any kind of relationship. But I have since added to that philosophy the tenet of leaving places better than you found them. In small ways, it has made a profound difference to the way I approach life. When I'm in a coffee shop, I don't just see it as the coffee shop owner's responsibility to make the place nice. I started to see it as my own. It might be as simple as me putting my chair back the way that the coffee shop owner intended it when I stand up and leave, or returning my cup to the counter. There is something about this practice that has just been good for my soul. I have become more proud of the way that I move through life, of the way that I influence the spaces I'm in. It feels more conscious, and it's a practice that strangely has actually made me like myself a little bit more.
でも一度自分の一部になったら、かつて家だと思っていた場所で、よそ者みたいな気分になる。そして、家に帰る。そこで初めて、来る。何ヶ月か離れて、アメリカに帰ってきた人がいた。育った街を歩いた。見覚えのある人たちを見た。そして、何もつながらなかった。空っぽに見える目。どこにも行き着かない会話、同じ停滞、同じエネルギー、自分がいない間、何も動いていなかったみたいに、時間はどこか別の場所だけで流れていたみたいに。
America is the worst place when it comes to social life. Like, I've been back in the States for about a week now, and I have no idea how people live here. Like every time I've come back to America from either like Asia, Africa, like it's just like I have a reverse culture shock because it seems like people are just like dead inside. Like you look at people's eyes and it's lifeless, and then you just like ask people like, "Yo, okay, today's Friday. What is going on today?" "Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know." Like, okay, what you been doing? Like I've been going for like 4 months. Like what have you been up to? Nothing, man. Just maintaining, you know, man. I'm like, yo, like, what the hell have you been doing? Like, every time I leave, like, I leave 3 months, 6 months, and then when I come back to America, it seems like nothing ever changes. Like, people are still in the same rut that I left them in, like nothing ever changes. And the people are just, like, lost, like, It really looks like people are like zombies here, like.
家族を訪ねて帰国した別の人はずっと静かに気づいていた。バスルームのドアの隙間、チップの画面が現れるタイミング、誰かが何かを必要とする直前まで続く表面上の気遣い、そして気づいた。自分はずっとそれが普通じゃない場所に住んでいた。隙間がない場所、条件なしのサービス、見返りなく話しかけてくれる人たちがいる場所に。
I just got back from spending 2 weeks with my family in America, and there were a couple things that I was like, wow, this is so American. And I said that on my Instagram story, and you guys were like, tell us what the wow, so American things are. So here it is. Number one is privacy in America not a thing because there are huge gaps in the bathroom stalls, and I'm super uncomfortable with it. There's like a huge space on the top of the door and on the bottom. In Japan, everything is pretty private, so you don't see people's shoes, you don't see people's like feet and stuff when you're going in the bathroom. Can we also talk about tipping? Because I really feel like, okay, I get it, servers don't get paid that much, so they deserve to have a little bit of extra money. However, I also believe that you have to work for it. Coming from Japan, you don't have to tip, and you're guaranteed good service. In America, I feel like it's all whack because people don't treat you right sometimes, and then they still expect a tip. The third thing is you guys love small talk. I'm not used to small talk being from Japan. Like, we don't talk to strangers at all. When I first got there, I was like, this is so nice. People are asking me about my day, how I'm feeling. And then I realized like they don't actually care. When people would serve me food, they would only ask me how my day was when the tipping screen came up. And I'm like, do you really care, or do you want the tip? Another thing is that things are so expensive in the States. And honestly, it was a struggle because I spent over $50 just for food at the airport. All in all, being in America, I realized that people are a lot more open-minded and talkative to strangers, which we don't get here, but I would always question their intentions. I will say though that I noticed a lot of people wearing a lot more colors, so it's really nice to see people's like personalities through their fashion. It's just funny because when I'm here, I always feel like I'm super American, but then when I go back to America, I'm like, whoa, I'm so Japanese. Like, I get culture shock going back to the States, and I realize how confrontational people are. I'm not very confrontational, but I do wish that Japanese people stood up for themselves a little bit more.
はっきり言った人がいた。パニックになりながらアメリカに戻って自分が何を感じているかわからなくなって何かが取り除かれた感覚。それが何という名前なのかわからないまま。
You guys, real talk, I'm kind of panicking being back in America because as somebody who has lived in Japan for the past 4 years, I never thought I would ever want to live in America again because I got out. But being back here, I'm just like so confused and taken back. The gay flags. I'm finding myself really confused about how I feel about America now that I visited. I haven't been here in 2 years, and now that I'm back here, I'm in Philadelphia.
そしてまだ日本にいながら出発前からすでに泣いていた人がいた。世界中を旅したいなら日本から始めてはいけない。他のすべてが色あせるという投稿を見て、それはすでに本当のことだと分かっていたから。
I don't want to leave.
So I just spent about 5 minutes crying about leaving Japan, and I haven't even left. Like, I'm not even leaving today. And it's just, I saw this video of like, if you want to travel the world, I have to talk to the creator, but it was like on Instagram, that it's like, if you want to travel the world and you want to find yourself somewhere, don't start with Japan because it's going to ruin everything for you. And literally that's exactly how I feel. Like, honestly, Japan is on another level. Like, I would love to live here. Love to live here. And I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to the States. I honestly am so depressed and I haven't even left. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm affirming that right now. I just got off the phone with like one of my best friends and we prayed together, and honestly I know she wants me back home, but I really want to stay here, and I love her, and I will miss her, and I will miss all my family and my dogs and my friends and everything, but like, life is for you. You need to live for you.
でももう少し時間がかかって理解できる部分がある。日本は完璧じゃない。日本の会社で働いた人がいた。クレームを入れた客のために3時間かけて謝りに行かされた。問題を解決するためじゃない。謝罪という行為を見せるためにサービスが演劇になった瞬間、敬意が意味ではなく形になった瞬間、それでも日本を嫌いにはならなかった。でも答えだと思うのをやめた。
I love Japan, but my first official job here was a toxic black company. And one time a customer complained about something super fucking tiny. And in the US, you would probably just call them or email them, right? Nah, my boss made me travel 3 hours to meet the customer in person, just to bow and apologize. I spent hours traveling, said sorry a dozen times, and I still had to leave with a fake smile. That's why I realized in Japan, customer service isn't about fixing the problem. It's about showing submission. That day humbled me. And it made me question if respect here goes a little too far.
日本で内向的だったのが外向的になった人がいた。日本が温かくて開かれているからじゃない。日本が静かで閉じているから。つながりが欲しければ自分から動くしかなかったから。日本は自信を与えなかった。ただ自分で育てるしかない状況を作った。
So after living in Japan for 5 years, how has Japan changed you as a person? I think the main one that I can point out is that I became like a lot more extroverted compared to what I was in London. In Japan, people keep to themselves a lot, so, you know, you have to be the one to reach out if you want to make friends. That put me in an uncomfortable position where I couldn't be so introverted anymore. If I wanted to make friends, I had to be the one to call people out or go out of my way. So it kind of that made me extroverted in, being in Japan, essentially. My Japanese friends are, at the beginning as well, they were always a bit kind of shy to talk to me in the first place. Shyness, some of the politeness as well, altogether kind of makes it that you don't get approached as often. So you need to be the one to go out and be like, hey, do you want to be friends? Kind of thing.
それでもバスの運転手が残高不足で外に立っていた人に気づいた。バスを降りた。手書きのメモを書いた。乗っていいと言った。試験があるんでしょうと言った。制度じゃない。システムでもない。この瞬間が大事だと決めた一人の人間だった。
Guys, Japanese people are just the best in the world. Look at that bus behind me. I just alighted from that bus. I mean, Japanese people, what kind of people are you people? So, I was going out today, and when I got to the bus station, I have this card that we used to pay for our bus fare. On getting to the bus station, I didn't realize that my card had run out of, units. I was supposed to recharge it. There was not enough cash, enough units in it to pay for the transport, and I wanted to enter the bus. I scanned the card, and then I saw that the balance was not going to be enough to cover the fare, and I was sad. I stepped out of the bus and I stood, knowing that my outing today was going to be cancelled because the bus comes every 30 minutes, and if I didn't meet this bus, I would be late for my appointment. I actually have an exam. So me just standing there, the driver noticed it and came down. The driver came down to me where I was standing. I'm like, I thought you were going. Are you not going? I said, yeah, I was supposed to go, but my card doesn't have enough balance to pay my fare. So I just have to miss. And he was like, no, come in. What will happen is I'm going to give you a note. You can come in, don't pay. When you are going back or the next time you're boarding a bus, any driver you see, give them this note. Hey, guy, let me show you the note. If you can read Japanese, this is the note. This is the note. Translate it. Okay? So she was like, give them this note and tell them that a driver gave it to you, and then you can pay to that driver. I'm like, I should enter. She said, come in, enter. Don't you have an appointment? I said, yes, I actually have an appointment because where the bus is going is like a school center. So she knows that I'm going to a school for something. I told her I actually have an exam this morning. And she was like, no, you can't miss that. Come in. That was how I entered the bus, so without money. And I just came down. She gave me the note. So when I go back to town, I'm going to recharge my card or withdraw money to pay by cash and give them this note. And it just, I don't know, I don't think there's any country in the world like Japan. Their level of innocence, genuine kindness, humanity, man, they are not corrupt. Japanese people are innocent people. I can never hate Japanese people. You can never make me hate Japanese people, no matter what.
アメリカ人の母親が日本のどこかに立ってありがとうと言った。誰かに向けてじゃなくこの国そのものに向けて6ヶ月間誰かが子供を傷つけるかもしれないと考えなくて済んだことへの感謝として。
Hey Japan, thank you. Thank you for being safe. Thank you from an American mom who's lived here for 6 months, giving me the feeling of safety when I can't find my kids at a supermarket, when I drop them off at school, when we're walking across the street. Thank you for taking the feeling away of, oh my God, is somebody gonna try to take my kid right now? Oh my God, is somebody gonna try to hurt my kid or me? I appreciate that, and I know there's positives and negatives to living here, to living anywhere. But I just wanna say, thank you for giving me this feeling of security that you honestly really don't get in a lot of parts of America. So I wanted to take this time to say, thank you, Japan.
自治体からの手紙を開けた人がいた。市民じゃない、ただの居住者。でも中に商品券が入っていた。食料品の値段が上がったから、この町はその誰かに自分たちも含まれると決めたから。
So I just go back home and my daughter handed me this letter, and guess what was inside? Gift vouchers. It's just like a checkbook, all right? With 1,000 yen on each of the checks. So they said it's because of high cost of rising food prices, cost of living and all that. Guys, I did not apply for anything. I only benefited solely because I belong to this city. Guys, I'm not even a citizen. I'm not even a citizen. You can imagine what the citizens will be benefiting from this government. Nigeria, you guys need to learn. Honestly, you guys need to learn. There is love in sharing. I beg, it's time for shopping. Let's go and do some shopping, guys. So these are the things I bought.
You have 500.
I just got the change now. So these are the things I got with the voucher money. These are the things I got, guys. And I still have more left. More. Maybe it's more enjoyment though. More.
これは日本を好きになる理由じゃない。日本を忘れられない理由だ。では、彼らに実際に何が起きたのか。国を失ったわけじゃない。物差しを手に入れた。入るどんな部屋でも、受けるどんなサービスでも、見知らぬ誰かと共有するどんな瞬間でも、それを読む新しい方法。その物差しはオフにできない。家に帰ってもただ静かに動き続ける。測りながら、比べながら、気づきながら、苦しそうにじゃない。ただ気づきながら。そして一番辛いのは比較じゃない。一番辛いのは本当に変わったということだ。誇りを持って変わった。前より忍耐強くなった。前より感謝できるようになった。自分が世界をどう通り抜けるかに前より意識的になった。ただその変化はある場所の中で形作られた。そして今彼らはどこへ行っても日本を持ち歩いている。そこにいてもいなくてもこれを見ている日本の皆さんへ、これがあなたたちの交差点だ。あなたたちのバスの運転手だ。あなたたちの郵便受けの手紙だ。火曜日の朝の静かな車内だ。あなたたちには何でもないことに見える。でもそれが人を変えているものだ。静かに、完全に、永遠に。コメントで教えてくれ。日本が何かを変えたなら、帰国した時に最初に気づいたのは何だった。全部読む。まだ登録していないなら今しておけ。次の動画も同じくらい